One of my favorite sayings in this market, this environment, is the car that got us here is not the same car that's going to continue moving us forward. How do we grow? How do we scale in investment real estate in the middle of 2024, moving forward? What does that look like? This whole rinse and repeat model that we've been doing for 15 years plus. I mean, this is the most recent bull cycle doesn't work anymore. What was that model? We called it rinse and repeat. You'd purchase an asset, you'd remodel it, you'd raise the rents, and then you'd refinance it. We call them the R's. And that model doesn't work because interest rates have gone up and the numbers just are not sexy at all. They're actually pretty damn unattractive. So what do we do now? You know, there's a lot of people that we talk with who are worth $10 million, $20 million, $30 million or more, and they're really at this standstill because they don't really know how to grow. And where I think the juice is now is we've talked about development. We've talked about repurposing properties. There's a lot of money going into buying houses or buying 2-3 unit properties with extra land where there's an ADU play where they can go build 1, 2, 3 more units. That's substantial. That's where the juice is. It's very hard to continue buying the typical bread and butter 10, 20, 30 unit properties and doing what we've done for so long. There are guys out there doing it. It's really hard to find the opportunities. There are some diamonds in the rough, but very tricky. So how do we do it now? We build, we ask questions, we ask sellers if they will carry paper, carry the financing. That's a huge one. We talk about it a lot. We look at bridge financing, which some of my colleagues are doing a lot of this in between 8 and 10%. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I have a blast doing these weekly videos. I hope they add value to you holistically in the real estate business and in life. I know everybody says this, but if you want to support me, please click on the like button below, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to talk about anything personally with your real estate goals or interests, chris@mangotreerealestate.com, or you can go to my website, which is pretty slick, mangotreerealestate.com. Now back to the video. Bridge financing, they go in, they can stabilize an asset, and then they can put permanent debt on the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025. That's an option. I love the ADU play. I've done a bunch of these in the last 3-4 years. That's where a lot of juice is. But what do you do now? You've got to really think outside the box. And there's some other people that are taking office properties or they're repurposing real estate to build, to convert those to apartments, to rental housing. I think that's where you're going to have a lot of opportunity. Bridge financing is a really good option now because you can control real estate, you can pay a higher interest rate, but it's just temporary. Typically, you're not going to have much of a prepayment penalty on the bridge financing part of it, but you're at least controlling new real estate. You're growing, you're scaling up. Another option is just trading 1031 exchange property now, and you're going from $100,000 of gross income to $200,000 of gross income within, say, the next 12 months or 18 months. That's kind of a foolproof way to do it as well. A lot of times now, in order to do that, you've got to kind of go down in location, which isn't ideal, but we've always talked about if you're in San Diego and you're in a location that you reasonably feel safe in, and you can kind of feel like you can oversee management or manage it yourself, you're doing fine. San Diego real estate's just going to continue going up in value. Rents are going to continue going up. The lifestyle is not going away here. So thanks for tuning in. I think thinking outside the box and really asking a lot of questions to people as you move through life, whether it's appraisers, banks, investors, friends, developers, people in the planning department. Ask questions, get curious. I think we're going to really have to do this in order to really grow net worth and scale our businesses as we look down the road. Thanks for tuning in.